Hello everybody, and welcome to my iWinnedAgain channel. This is the first of 3 videos that I will be bringing to you, where I will be discussing the endings of Fallout 4. I want to talk about the endings of Fallout 4 because I played the game all the way through till one of its endings, and the last 10 hours or so of gameplay had a really deep effect on me. I felt a lot of really powerful emotions like sadness, loss, regret, helplessness. And I want to share my experience that I had with this game and the deep impact that it had on me. So I'll begin by talking about the different factions. There are 4 factions: the Brotherhood, the Minutemen, the Institute, and the Railroad. These factions are the major players in the vital drama that unfolds during the main storyline. The Brotherhood, they feel like humanity has been corrupted by people doing experimentation, which ends up in creatures being mutated, and the radiation poisoning, what that's done to people, turning them into ghouls and whatnots. And they feel that humanity got corrupted by all these different creatures, and their main desire and their goal is to commit genocide and eliminate all the super mutants, ghouls, synths, anything that they feel is a dangerous abomination, which is quite sad. But they feel that these abominations are destroying the uncorrupted, pure, real humans who are trying to reclaim and rebuild the world. Next, we have the Minutemen. The Minutemen round up and organize survivors to take over plots of land where they use agriculture and other various techniques to build settlements that can be used as sanctuaries from the post-nuclear world. Often, the land that they have spotted and targeted for settlement building has to be cleared of hostiles. Hostiles could be anything from super mutants, feral ghouls, raiders, etc. They just keep their eye on the prize, and anything or anyone in their way is just collateral damage. An example of this is when we cleared the castle of Mirrorlurks. We killed dozens of them, which was just plain murder. It would be like in our world if I was going through the wild and all of a sudden I came upon a pride of lions and I wanted the land that they were roaming around on. So I just gunned them all down to take it. Obviously, that's a pretty heartless and bogus move on their part. And then we have the Institute. They use scientifically minded geniuses and innovators to work together in massive underground laboratories to try to, by way of science and medical breakthroughs, rebuild humanity, to heal, repair genetics, cure radiation poisoning. Basically, they want to use science as humanity's savior, even if that means creating synths and then crushing their free will, which is slavery. And the last faction is the railroad. They see the synths, super mutants, ghouls, and so on as victims who need to be saved and helped. For example, ghouls need compassion, synths need freedom. They believe these creatures should not be judged and enslaved. I ended up siding with the railroad because at the time they had seemed as though they were the most pure of heart. I ended up regretting that when they insisted I blow up the Brotherhood along with everyone inside, and then blow up the institutes, killing all that were left inside. They forced me to become a mass murderer, and I had thought that they were the ones who wanted to save everyone, the ones who wanted to try to work things out more. But their only solution was to kill everyone and kill everything that had a different idea than them, and blow up technologies that could help heal all these creatures that they were trying to save. And I had gotten attached to several of the NPCs and all 4 of the different factions. I had made friends in the Brotherhood. There were Minutemen that I liked. I had even gotten charmed by some of the scientists in the Institute. I had created a bond with a bunch of different people in the various factions, and being forced to just blow them up was incredibly heartbreaking for me. And one of the things that really fascinated me was how each side, the Brotherhood, the Minutemen, the Institute, and the Railroad, each side truly believed that they were right. And to a certain degree, each side was right. But each side was also wrong to a certain degree as well. And that is the part that they all refused to see. None of them were willing to look at where they could be wrong. And this is a powerful statement about warfare. I believe that Bethesda created these factions to mirror when nations and politics clash, when religions clash, culture, class, race, all the clashing entities of our world were encapsulated by these 4 factions. It was hurtful, but it was also very profound, the way that the game did not give your character any option to get these factions to stop fighting and come to some sort of peace. It's actually very realistic, because in our world, peace is just as equally as hard to achieve. And the ending of the game forced you to become a mass murderer. But that didn't make me hate the game or hate the endings of the game, because it felt real. And even though it's an incredibly ugly mirror of our world, it is just truth.